Another state high point, fancy trail towns in the famous Berkshire Mountains. Yes, you've made it to where other famous athletes, just like your hiking self, Big Papi David Ortiz, Tom Brady, Rebecca Lobo, and Jayson Tatum, have all called home. Massachusetts. Hey, what's up? My name is Mike. In 2023, my wife, my dog, and myself section hiked 1,225 miles of the Appalachian Trail, the longest footpath in the world, and we spent 13 weeks day hiking, working, and van camping on the AT as we moved up the trail from Georgia to Maine. In this video series, I'm covering each section we hiked. In this video, we're doing a northern section in the state of Massachusetts. If you're heading NOBO, northbound, on the AT, Dalton, Massachusetts is located at mile marker 1,577.3 on the 2023 AT, and the Massachusetts-Vermont state line is mile marker 1,604.7. This 27.5-mile stretch is what we covered in 2 days, and you're going to gain 7,200 feet of ascent and 6,000 in descent. A few need-to-knows for this section hike. This section of trail begins in what is one of the longest flat town/neighborhood walks we had on the entire AT. Then, just like any good section of the AT, you head back into the woods and up a big hill. But the neighborhood time in Dalton is very lengthy. You could also start this section a smidge earlier in Great Barrington, Massachusetts. We stopped for groceries here, had lunch, and did a quick walk on the trail at its intersection. It's a pricey town, but the food co-op was lovely for our van meals. You get another state high point in this section with Mount Greylock for the top of Massachusetts. If you have friends or family meeting you, this is a great spot to have them connect in. They could either connect in via the Gould Trail for the final summit push with you, or they can just drive to the summit and see you there. North Adams, Massachusetts is another trail town you will walk directly through in this section. The famous driveway of a private landowner who was a friend of the AT is the last NOBO moment of North Adams, as he has a sign for free water fill-ups with his hose. Then you're headed for a climb to the Massachusetts-Vermont border. We camped at Bonnie Brae in Pittsfield, and we were able easily to connect the trail pieces and do 3 days of hiking in Massachusetts in this section in 2 days. The pool at Bonnie Brae was nice in the summer. Very clean campground. It can feel a little full if sold out, partly because we have a dog, but it's a nice spot to set up as a base camp of exploring the Berkshire range for a few days. A few other things that happened during this section hike. We met a section hiker named Maverick who started in New Jersey and has been slowly pushing his way out NOBO and SOBO on his weekends for the past few years, and has completed New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and is pushing into Vermont and PA. There are many ways to hike the AT. We actually met the famous hiker-friendly driveway house owner. He was gardening when we came by, and he was super kind. We thanked him for being so AT-friendly, and if you can do the same if you meet him outside his home in North Adams, you definitely should. Great Barrington was probably the most bougie trail town the AT goes through, according to us. You could feel the money flowing through that town, and it definitely showed up on our food co-op bill. The climb off Greylock Summit begins immediately, and knowing we had to hike back up it again was defeating for a moment. Then we realized we would get 2 summits of it on the same day. Due to the flash floods, we had to sit out several days in Scranton, PA, and this cut our time in Massachusetts short. What we did get to encounter, though, was 3 days of hiking and 2 in this section of the beautiful Berkshire Mountain range that we'd only heard of and never experienced. Once again, our theme is the same in this series. The AT took us to places we wouldn't have gone, met people we wouldn't have met, learned things we might not have learned, and allowed it to shape us as we went. We'd only been to Boston in this state, and visiting trail towns and having experiences in North Adams, Dalton, Pittsfield, Cheshire, and Great Barrington gave us another look and angle to enjoy this region and this planet. It was our 4th state high point of the trip and 6 overall. We'd already hiked to the top of North Carolina and Tennessee in previous hiking trips, and Massachusetts miles gave us a sense and prep for what was left. The big ones, the Northeast, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. No pain, no rain, no Maine, they say on the trail. We had plenty of rain and a bit of pain already, so we felt we were getting closer to Maine by hurtling through this New England state and to its top and back down the other way. Thanks for watching. Happy trails to you. Whether you're planning a through section or day hike, or you're a trail town local, angel, or someone wanting to learn more about the longest footpath in the world, I hope the AT gives you what you need. Leave no trace, pack your 10 essentials, and until next time, happy trails. Mike R. signing off.